Her last video was a smile. Her last words were a scream. She was trending on TikTok that morning. By nightfall, she was trending in the news. 17-year-old Zoya Karim had just posted a video dancing in her bedroom. Playful, harmless, barely 15 seconds long. It got over 40,000 views in under a day. Her smile lit up the screen. But behind the camera, things were already crumbling. "She's getting out of control," her father reportedly told a neighbor 2 days before her disappearance. Then came silence. Her phone stopped responding. Her friends couldn't reach her. Her classmates assumed she had just gone quiet for attention. But her mother knew. She hadn't eaten. Her door was locked from the outside. Her father said she was resting, but there were no sounds. 48 hours later, Zoya's lifeless body was found in a storage shed near the family's garage. She had bruises around her neck, and in her hand, a cracked phone. On the screen, her draft folder. Dozens of never-published TikTok lip syncs, dances, confessions, and one, a video with a caption she never posted publicly. "If I disappear, it's not an accident." This is the story of how a teenager's love for dance, digital expression, and freedom became a threat to the very people who raised her. This is the story of a murder wrapped in silence, of a girl killed by the people who were supposed to protect her. This is the case of Zoya Karim. She wasn't just a TikToker. She was trying to breathe. To outsiders, Zoya Karim was just another teenage girl trying to go viral on the internet. Her TikTok handle was @ZoyaKQueen17, a mix of her name, age, and the confidence she never quite had in real life. Her page was full of playful dances, beauty filters, and voiceovers of popular audios. At first glance, there was nothing shocking, nothing controversial, just another girl posting in her room. But when you looked closer, things started to feel strange. No one else ever appeared in her videos. Not a sibling, not a parent, not even a friend. Her dances were carefully cropped, never showing too much of the background. The lighting was inconsistent, sometimes filmed during the day, sometimes clearly late at night with a flashlight behind the camera. And she never used her real voice. Every single video was a lip sync. Not one upload had her actual speaking. Because Zoya wasn't just playing online, she was hiding. Zoya was the oldest of 4 children in a conservative household in Ontario, Canada. Her parents had immigrated over a decade earlier from Pakistan, and while her mother adapted easily to life in the West, her father, Nadim Karim, never let go of the old rules. He believed in structure, in control, and in his mind, his daughter was becoming dangerous. To him, TikTok wasn't just an app. It was a portal, a window to shame, a threat to honor. What would people say if they saw her online? What would the family back home in Lahore think if they saw her dancing in jeans and a crop top? The tension started when Zoya was 14 and got her first phone. She downloaded TikTok secretly, then re-downloaded it every time her father found out and deleted it. She wanted to be a star, not for money, not for fame, but to be seen, to be heard, even if only through lip syncs, even if only in 15-second clips of happiness. Her videos started gaining views, mostly from other girls her age. She posted tutorials, jokes, and even whispered self-help affirmations into her drafts. She never posted them, but she recorded them. "You're not crazy, you're not dirty. You deserve to be loved without fear." One friend told reporters later, "Zoya told me once she wished TikTok was her real life. She said it was the only place where she didn't feel invisible. But visibility has a cost." As her account grew, so did her father's anger. She began hiding her phone in the bathroom ceiling, She deleted the app before family dinners. She used a second SIM to make sure notifications didn't appear on the home screen. Her mother, Samina, was torn. She didn't agree with her husband's harshness, but she feared the consequences of rebellion. So she tried to reason with Zoya. "Don't provoke him," she once said. "Wait until university. Be patient. Then you'll be free." But Zoya didn't want to wait. Because freedom delayed is still a prison. And her online life, as fragile and curated as it was, gave her a breath of air, until the day it was taken away. The Karim household from the outside was quiet. Neighbors described it as orderly and religious. No loud music, no visible guests. Curtains are always drawn. A black Toyota sedan in the driveway, always parked perfectly between the lines. No one ever saw Zoya leave the house alone. But inside those walls, silence was not peace. It was pressure. It was fear. Zoya lived in a 2-story home with her father Nadim, her mother Samina, 2 younger brothers, and her little sister Hiba. The home was modest. Beige walls, strict routines, and unspoken rules. There was no shouting, no affection, no open disagreement. But tension lingered in every room like perfume you couldn't wash off. Her father, Nadim, was a man of control. Not violence, not at first, but control. He believed he was protecting his family, not just from the outside world, but from themselves. He monitored internet access, read text messages, watched body language like a lie detector. He didn't hit, but he could destroy you with one look. And Zoya was starting to push back. It started small. She refused to wear the headscarf at school. Then she started cutting her hair, first a trim, then layers, then the eyeliner, then the jeans. Each step wasn't rebellion, it was reclamation. But to Nadim, it felt like contamination. Samina, her mother, saw it all unfold, torn between loyalty and love. In hushed whispers, she tried to mediate. "He's not evil," she once told Zoya. "He's just scared of shame." But shame is a dangerous currency in households built on reputation. And daughters are often the first to pay. Zoya's phone was found once again, this time with videos saved, including one where she lip-synced to the words, "You don't own me. I'm not just one of your many toys." Nadim snapped, not violently, not yet, but emotionally. He took her phone, smashed the SIM, banned her from school for a week, claiming she was sick. And Zoya? She stopped talking for 3 days. When she came back to class, her teachers said she looked thinner. Her eyes darted at every sound, but she smiled, the kind of smile that hurts to hold. Still, she made another TikTok. "You can't bury light forever." That was the caption. And it would be her second to last post. Her siblings noticed it too. One day, her little brother, Azim, found her crying in the laundry room, clutching a notebook. He asked what was wrong. She said, "They're trying to kill the parts of me that they don't understand." That was when she started hiding again, not just her phone, but herself. She stayed up later, slept with earphones in, drew the curtains in her room tighter, and then she stopped posting altogether for 8 days. Then one day, out of nowhere, she returned. A TikTok, a dance. It was a simple video, filmed late at night, hair tied up, oversized hoodie. The music was upbeat, the lighting was off. But her smile was off too. It didn't quite reach her eyes. And if you watched closely, at the very end of the video, you could see it. A shadow crossing her doorway, the sudden flick of her eyes toward it. And then the video cuts. Most people missed it, but her best friend, Tanya, didn't. She screen recorded it, messaged Zoya immediately. "Hey, was that your dad?" Zoya never replied. That was the night she vanished. Her family told police she had run away, that she was talking to boys online, that she had been warned, that this was not their fault. But her mother's hands trembled when she spoke. Her siblings refused to make eye contact. And her father? He didn't speak to the police at all. Only one person came forward with something shocking. A neighbor, an old woman who lived across the fence. She said she heard something 2 nights before Zoya was reported missing. A scream, muffled. Then a voice. A girl's voice, broken, frantic, gasping between sobs. And the words? "Why are you doing this to me?" Then, silence. A silence that would last forever. So what really happened behind those closed doors? Was this a case of cultural misunderstanding taken too far? Was it discipline turned into murder? Or was this premeditated, a cold execution masked as family shame? And why was her final video never deleted? Someone left it there. Someone made a choice. Was it guilt? A cry for help? A silent confession? It was a Wednesday, midweek, cloudy skies, 16 degrees Celsius in Brampton, Ontario. Zoya Karim didn't show up to school. No texts, no messages, no warnings. Her classmates assumed she was sick. Her friends thought maybe her dad found her phone again. Her math teacher marked her absent without a second thought, but her mother knew something was off. Samina Karim told investigators later that her daughter didn't eat dinner the night before. She said Zoya was quiet, unusually so, but not sulking, just distant. She hugged her little sister goodnight, kissed her on the head and went to her room. That was around 9:45 p.m. No one ever saw her alive again. At 11:03 p.m., the motion sensor camera at the back of the Karim house caught movement. It was blurry. The timestamp flickered. A figure dragging something. A blanket? A bag. The footage was deleted. Recovered later. But not soon enough. The next morning, Zoya's bedroom was locked from the outside. Her father told her mother she needed rest. He claimed she had a mental episode, that she was out of control, and that he'd handle it. Samina didn't argue. She knew better. In that house, questions were threats. Curiosity got punished. She made breakfast in silence. That afternoon, Tanya, Zoya's best friend, showed up unannounced. She rang the bell, no answer. She texted, "Are you grounded again? Blink twice." No reply. She called twice, then 3 times. Still nothing. By evening, Tanya was worried enough to tell her mother. Her mother was worried enough to call the school, and the school, already aware of Zoya's past absences, flagged it to local youth services. The following day, a welfare check was ordered. When police arrived at the Karim home, they were greeted by Nadim, calm, composed, polite. He said Zoya had run away again. He showed them her room, bed made, closet empty, phone missing. He claimed she'd left at night and took some cash. It was plausible, believable, except for one thing. Samina didn't back it up. She couldn't, not anymore. Her hands were shaking, her voice cracked, and her eyes. Her eyes said what her lips couldn't. "I haven't seen her in 2 days," she whispered. "He told me she was sleeping." Investigators looked deeper. They pulled surveillance from nearby homes. They checked local transit footage. They pinged Zoya's phone. Nothing. No activity. No metro tap-ins. No bank usage. It was like she'd been swallowed whole. Until they searched the garage. Behind a stack of old tires and folded winter coats was a locked storage cabinet, large, metal and dusty. Inside, a blanket, a cracked phone, and a body. Zoya's. Bruises around her neck, a gash to the side of her head. No defensive wounds, no struggle. And tucked in her right hand was her phone, still recording. The battery was dead, the screen shattered. But when police recovered the data, they found something chilling. A draft video, 30 seconds long. Zoya, crying softly, whispering, face lit only by flashlight. If you find this, I didn't run away. I loved my family. I tried, but I'm not what they want. And I think he's going to hurt me tonight. End of recording. Investigators confronted Nadim. He denied everything. Said Zoya was manipulative. Said the video was faked. Said she had a boyfriend who probably did this to frame him. But his calm began to crack. Because police had more. They had receipts, rope fibers, blood under the garage tiles, and messages, deleted, then recovered. Where Nadim searched, how long does it take to suffocate someone with a pillow? How to delete TikTok drafts permanently? There was no more hiding. He was arrested on the spot. But the horror wasn't over, because when police returned to the house, Zoya's siblings were gone. Taken by relatives, hidden, moved out of province. It would take weeks before social workers tracked them down, and what they said would change the entire case. But that's for the next chapter. Because what Zoya's little sister Hiba revealed was worse than anything police had imagined. Don't miss the next part of this story. The case of Zoya Karim is far from over. Subscribe to No Clue Crime right now, so you don't miss Chapter 2. The Discovery, where a 6-year-old's whisper shattered everything. The full horror unfolds on my channel. Watch now.